Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So we start with our question answer session. Alhamdulillah wahdah, assalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da wa ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. If there is any question, you can ask, please.
I have a question, Chair.
Please.
In our everyday life, me especially, I often have situations where I get angry, and I'm easily irritable. That's my fault. But I try to overcome it with listening to your lectures. Of course, almost all the reasons for my irritation and anger are for my own sake, not for Allah's sake. But I cannot just go and take wudu and bathe and overcome it, because even if I do that, I'll still get angry. I mean, I'll still and boiling inside. Most of the time, the reason is because these people are rude, these people are lazy, or these people are arrogant. I will be meeting these people every day, and so the effect is on me. It's terrible. How do I overcome that?
The best way is that you do one thing. When you go, for example, usually you are having the public dealings. That's why you come across with cross section of the people of the society. So you do one thing. When you go in the morning, first of all, you perform 2 rakat of salah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, you grant me enough patience. Whatever people say, I keep quiet. Always just remind yourself the story of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. And of course, the things which people are doing, it will not be of, we can say that it is totally forbidden, it is highly haram, they are committing in front of it, that makes you angry. Yes, there could be small faults or flaws with them, which cause you to be angry. But you should always remind yourself that Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, when he went with the Khidr alayhi salam, the story is mentioned in Surah Al-Kahf. He is killing an innocent boy, and Musa could not keep quiet, but he said, spelled out. So there is hikmah behind everything. And the story is known to everybody. He damaged the boat, he killed an innocent boy. When he asked for the food in a vicinity, they denied, and then he reconstructed the wall. So Musa could not figure it out, because apparently it seemed all to be wrong. But what our Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if I were in place of Musa alayhi salam, I would have observed the patience to know more and more hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you go in the morning, you should first of all, you strictly tell yourself that I don't have to get angry. Come what may. Because by the end of the day, everybody is accountable before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So who are we to just put them to the task? Yes, we need to admonish some people, but there must be a polite manner. Otherwise, the people, they will call you that the angry guy.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, they won't change their behavior. Yes.
Yeah.
If you change your behavior to be soft than to be hard, it will help them a lot. They will fix their problems definitely, because it is one of the human nature that if you treat the people harshly, they won't listen to you. On the other hand, if you address the people politely, they will wallahi listen to you. If not this time, next time they will practice it. Ibn Muhayriz rahimahullah was one of the famous predecessors among our as-salaf as-salihun. He was going along with his students. He saw a young guy. Actually, it's a sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for the men to raise their trousers above the ankle. It's a sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For women, they have to cover their ankles, and for men, they have to raise their trousers above, so that the ankles are exposed. And he saw a young guy, that his trousers were lower down the ankle. And the students became angry that his against the sunnah, he's doing against the sunnah. Then Ibn Muhayriz Rahimah said to them, stop, you stay here, let me handle him. He went to him and asked him, Assalamu alaikum, how's my son, how's this, that. So he started first of all developing familiarity with him. Then he told him, you know my son, the sunnah of Prophet, what is the sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? The sunnah of Prophet is that our trousers should be above the ankle. With this soft tune, with this compassionate behavior, when he addressed him, all of a sudden he felt too much remorseful, the young guy, and he raised his ankle above. He said, I'm sorry, I was inadvertent, I was not just thinking about it. Then he returned back to his students and told him, do you know, if you would have addressed him harshly, he would not listen to you. And Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, who was always angry for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for himself, never. When Allah sent Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam to Fir'aun to invite him to the oneness of Allah, what was the first nasiha Allah gave to them? وَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. Be soft to him. Be soft as much as possible, as soft as possible. Because the softness works miracle. It works magic. So my advice is that you need to change your policy. The policy of harshness have to be avoided, and policy of softness have to be adopted. And you see the results yourself.
Inshallah.
First and foremost, fruit you will experience of your own. That you will feel better. You will not feel any anger, and then it also spoils other things. Then your heart will feel discomfort, and then you will not develop the interest in the ibadah as well. So many things are connected to it then. And sometimes you think, I should not have been spoken like this. I should not have behaved so harshly. So this remorsefulness is the outcome. My suggestion is that whenever you go, you leave your home or within the home, inshallah, I won't just try to control your anger as much as possible. Even if people are unjustified, even if people do wrong, just keep quiet.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Sheikh.
Welcome. Any other question?
I have a question, Sheikh.
Yes, please.
I think we're going to discuss this now, but I have a question about when we don't address our anger and then we internalize it. So anger becomes sadness or anger about ourselves rather than being angry at someone else.
So what's the question?
The question is, how do we stop?
Okay.
We're angry at somebody else, but we don't tell them, or we try to dismiss it, but we end up being angry at ourselves, and that anger turns into sadness.
The best thing is that when we are angry, it needs a vent. It needs a vent. If it is given vent wrongly, then definitely we will feel remorsefulness. What I say that we need to control the anger. Okay, if we control the anger, then we feel what you call it, the anger is internalized. The best way to overcome anger with ourselves is to get engaged in the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Especially at that particular time when we have this strong feeling of anger, we should say repeatedly, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Because anger is from shaitan. So we are seeking the refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the shaitan. First thing. Second thing is that doing a lot of istighfar. When a person is doing istighfar, he is free of the influence of shaitan. So actually anger is shaitan wants to use this as a tool so that we are destroyed, so that we commit such things which are forbidden for us. That's his objective. So two things I suggest. One, reciting repeatedly A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, and excessively istighfar. And if there are two situations, if we are at home, then best way what Prophet ﷺ do the ablution and try to get engaged with the good amal. And if we are outside, sometimes we are not at home, we are outside and the situation arose there, then best way is to just get yourself away from that particular scene or session. And second, do a lot of istighfar. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Oh Allah, I seek your forgiveness. Allah, control my anger. Allah, help me. Allah, don't let the shaitan to overcome me. And all get engaged with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that will be the best remedy for the anger, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much.
Welcome.